I'm Dr. Sandra Martell, the Public Health Administrator for Winnebago County, and I'm joined today by Mayor Tom McNamara. I know it's been a while since we've had a press briefing as a group. We've been doing much more individual, but I think it's important today to start to talk about what we call demobilization as we prepare for Phase 5 Restore Illinois. As you've heard the governor speak to it, our metrics are trending in the right direction for the state of Illinois to move into Phase 5 on June 11th. For Winnebago County, the numbers are trending in the right direction. Today, we're reporting new cases of 23. Our positivity rate is down below 5% at 4%. We've had 7 consecutive days of patient decreases in hospitals. And we've had 4 consecutive days of more than 20% capacity available in our ICUs. But COVID is not gone. We are learning to coexist. We have 2 locations of concern, Fair Oaks Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center and Walter Lawson Children's Home. But vaccination has been a game changer for us. At the present time, we're reporting approximately 37% are fully vaccinated, and 51% of the eligible population has received 1 or more doses. But we have a ways to go yet, and we have some areas of our community that we will need to work to increase vaccination rates. But during this demobilization phase, Winnebago County Health Department and Winnebago County will start to scale back emergency response activities and return to more routine operations. I hesitate to call them normal, but routine. So during this phase, we will start to scale back some of our mass vaccination clinics. Effective June 12th, the community vaccination site at Sandy Hollow will cease operations. Many of the Illinois National Guard and contract nurses will be returning home. We are grateful for their support in vaccinating our community, and if you see them about, please thank them for their services. We wish them a safe return home and to return back to our region as visitors and not vaccinators. The community vaccination site at New Zion will continue to provide vaccinations throughout the month of June. It will operate Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and we'll put those together for you, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., Thursdays from 4 to 8 p.m. They'll be closed Sunday and Monday, and we'll explain a little bit why later. Walk-ins will be welcome, and all 3 vaccines will be offered. As we get toward the end of the month of June, so we're looking forward as we continue our demobilization, vaccinations will be offered at the Winnebago County Health Department in this building and will continue throughout the months of July and August, on Wednesdays from 4 to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. in the morning to 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Individuals needing second doses who received their first dose at Sandy Hollow will be offered appointments at any of our available clinics. We are transitioning to smaller scale vaccination sites throughout the community focused on our communities of concern and other locations with lower vaccination rates. We're calling it our Destination Vaccination Campaign. With the support of RMTD, the Winnebago County Health Department will be operating with a mobile guard unit to continue our Vax Up campaign, hashtag VaxUp815. Stay tuned for the big reveal next week. Look for our bus at the community events. If you have an event that you would like us to bring the bus to provide vaccinations, please contact the COVID-19 hotline. We will also continue to offer a variety of incentives throughout the process to encourage vaccination. As you know, we've tried a variety of things. We've tried food trucks, we've tried bands, and we have also been lucky to receive Six Flags Great America tickets. We will be providing a family fun pack of 4 tickets to the first 50 individuals less than 18 years of age who are vaccinated at select community events. These tickets will be good for admittance at Great America Gurnee, Hurricane Harbor Chicago, or Hurricane Harbor Rockford, formerly known as Magic Waters. We will limit 1 per household. Stay tuned because those will be kind of flash events and to let people know that we are vaccinating in their community. We are with President Biden to set that national goal of 70% of our population having one dose before the July 4th holiday. We are going to continue to have to practice some social mitigations, both vaccinated and unvaccinated. We are going to continue to practice frequent hand washing and sanitation. If you look on our website for our communicable disease reports, you can see diseases associated with hand washing have decreased significantly throughout the pandemic. Let's continue our track record. You must stay home and isolate if you become symptomatic for COVID-19, whether you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, and get tested if you become symptomatic. The testing site at Sandy Hollow will continue to operate. In addition, we now have testing available at the University of Illinois College of Medicine on the alternate days. You can see our website for connections about where testing is offered to the community. If you are unvaccinated, you must wear your face mask both indoors and outdoors when outside of your household and when traveling on public conveyances. That means if you pick up an Uber, if you ride an RMTD, if you're on a plane, train, automobile, as we say. And you must maintain 6 feet of social distancing. And if you're exposed to COVID-19, you must quarantine. If you are vaccinated and fully protected, meaning 2 weeks after completion of your series, you do not need to wear face coverings unless you are in a healthcare environment or traveling on public conveyances. Again, you have to wear them on plane, trains, automobiles, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, any kind of a public conveyance. But you do not need to maintain 6 feet of social distancing, meaning hugs and handshakes are welcome. And you do not need to quarantine if you are exposed to COVID-19. As we prepare for this process, business, employers, and vaccination, we're hearing more and more about as businesses return to full occupancy. The Equal Employment Opportunities Commission issued guidance that businesses can require their employees to be vaccinated COVID-19 without violating any federal law. Check with your employer regarding their vaccination requirements. And businesses can set their own policies regarding masking requirements. As you walk through our community, you'll see signs up with their policies asking you to please wear a mask until you're seated, or wear a mask when a server comes in, or we require masks for your personal services. Know the policy of the business before going and be prepared to wear a mask if required. And I can't keep stressing enough, it's not too late to vaccinate, but more importantly, don't wait to vaccinate. The other area that people have been asking about as we kind of get into the end of the school year are school updates. So planning continues with the Regional Office of Education for Winnebago and Boone counties, our regional superintendents, and RPS 205 for the return to full in-person learning for the 2021-2022 school year. Vaccination of eligible individuals age 12 and over will be the key to reducing the transmission of COVID-19 in those environments and disruption and return to remote. Because as we've talked about, if you're unvaccinated, you will be required to quarantine. And it will also be an opportunity, if you're vaccinated, to increase the extracurricular activities that make school a bit of fun while you're learning. We're talking about the sports, the dances, the celebrations, the graduations, the things that you've all missed. I want to congratulate our class of 2021. You've been through a year like no other. You have demonstrated perseverance, flexibility, and resilience. You have made history. We wish you continued success wherever your journey takes you, college, career, trades, and we are very proud of you. I want to thank our educators and school staff. I know it was hard on you in the beginning, but you too demonstrated perseverance, flexibility, and resilience, and we are also proud of you. I want to give a special acknowledgement and thanks to the school nurses of Winnebago County, who have assisted throughout the pandemic to keep the in-person learning environment safe for students and staff. From the start, they worked on exclusions, They were the ones who took the heat from the parents when they called to say your child is exhibiting symptoms, come get them. Testing, they learned how to do testing in the school environment so that we could test for COVID. They did a lot of work on contact tracing, isolation, and quarantine. And then when the time came, they stood up to vaccinate. They indicated and they said from the beginning, we will vaccinate our staff and we will vaccinate our students. I want to wish all of them a very restful and well-deserved summer break. And with that, I'm going to turn over the remarks to Mayor McNamara.
Thank you, Dr. Martell, and I know you just gave out a lot of thanks. I just want to, again, just say thank you to you and your entire team here at the Health Department for your tireless efforts and your perseverance throughout these last 16 months. It's really been remarkable, and we're fortunate to have you. Like many of you who are watching or will be watching this, I am absolutely thrilled that we're continuing to reopen and get Rockford back to rebuilding, and for some getting back to a new sense of normalcy. I too want to share my tremendous thank you to the National Guard, who will be leaving on June 12th, and just say sincerely thank you for your service to the country and to our community. It really is appreciated. So as we've mentioned, we're starting to rebuild, reopen, and I think we have to underscore there's still a lot of work to be done when our city and Winnebago County here locally only has 37% of our population that is fully vaccinated. The health department has tried tirelessly a whole host of different tactics, and Dr. Martell mentioned a number of those, and these tactics have been accessible and they've been visible. They've been pop-up vaccination sites. They have been partnering with schools and businesses, offering incentives to individuals and families to receive their vaccination, but there is still obviously some hesitation among many community members. I want to make sure that I do my part. So I just recently signed on to the Mayor's Challenge to increase COVID-19 vaccinations, which is led by the United States Conference of Mayors in conjunction with President Joe Biden, the White House, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. That challenge has been accepted by 56 mayors across the country. And right now, nationally, we want to get to 70% fully vaccinated, and right now we have about 51% that have one dose and about 41% that are fully vaccinated. So over the next several weeks, I'll be working with mayors across the country to increase the visibility the visibility and the importance of getting vaccines. As Dr. Martell said, it's absolutely been a game changer for us here locally to help us keep those numbers under 5% and new cases in the 20s, and having more availability of beds is really remarkable. So I would just say a couple of things. If you have been vaccinated, thank you. Thank you for answering that call, just for your own health, for your family's health, but also for our community. I want to say, please encourage your family members, your friends, your neighbors, anyone you come in contact with. Share your experience of that vaccination, because I think when you share your experience and share why you got vaccinated, I think that's important to encourage others to get vaccinated. And obviously, I'm fully vaccinated, and there was a host of reasons I wanted to get vaccinated. One, it's hard to come to these press conferences every day and tell you to get vaccinated if I haven't. Two, and very personally, is I have two amazing kids, and I want to make sure I'm doing everything I can do to protect them and protect my amazing wife. But I also have a mother who is part of our more experienced population, and I want to be able to have the opportunity to go to her home, give her a big hug, tell her I miss her and love her, and not have to have that fear and that concern and that weight over your shoulders when you meet loved ones. And so I would encourage everyone, please take the time to get vaccinated. The more people that get vaccinated, the harder it is for COVID-19 to continue to spread. I would encourage you to continue to register online for your vaccination. It's not mandatory. You can register on site, but it certainly makes the process easier and faster. So I would encourage you to go to wchd.org and get registered. You can still call the hotline. It's 815-319-6705. Again, you can register in advance, which makes it faster and easier, or you can register on site, and walk-ins are welcome. As we continue on our path of complete recovery and reopening to phase 5 as early as next week, I want to encourage everyone, make sure that you get out and support those local businesses. They're still certainly struggling. They still are in need of your patronage, and ask that you get out and really make an effort to go to the local business. Something against big box stores I have, but go to the local business. Help them out. Those dollars go farther and stay here a lot longer when you shop locally. Last thing I would mention, we have a lot of people who are still hurting. A lot of folks who still are struggling to pay that rent payment. And the City of Rockford has an emergency rental assistance program to provide assistance, and you can call 844-710-6919 or go to erap.rockfordil.gov to receive that assistance. Thank you.